International law states that medical workers and ambulance drivers tending to the wounded must not be targeted under any circumstances. To do so is a war crime. In the 23-day attack on Gaza, the Israeli army is accused of ignoring that basic law of war, killing 16 medical workers and wounding a further 22. They also bombed 15 of Gaza's 27 hospitals. In scenes like this one, filmed on January the 7th, the ambulance men can be clearly seen trying to pick up the body of a man lying on the ground. The Israeli army continue to fire on them as they try to run back to their ambulance. One of the medics is hit in the leg. Other paramedics told The Guardian how their ambulances had been directly targeted.
هم حاملينه ووصلوا تقريبا وصلوا الإسعاف على القذيفة بتنخبط في الإسعاف.
Israel is a pioneer of precision weapons and a world leader in advanced optics. Their weapons have viewfinders that are so crystal clear that, according to the Israeli military themselves, they can see the color of a target's clothes. So why were 38 medical workers killed or injured by the Israeli forces when they had the technology to see exactly who they were hitting? On January 4th, ambulance drivers Yasser and Hazim were two of 5 medics called out to an olive grove to collect the wounded. As they tried to help the injured men, a helicopter gunship opened fire on them.
هذا بعدين صار رش طيارة الهليكوبتر بالرصاص. رصاص هذا كله رصاص. فنطيت اطلع على الشباب لقيت الشباب مقطعين اللي هو شبابنا لابسين الستر ومبينين للشمس ومبينين للسماء والارض ومبين الاسعاف ومبين اللواح تبع الاسعاف كله شغال.
The Israeli army uses a sophisticated computer targeting system in their helicopters. It relies on the crew actually being able to see their targets before they open fire. The helicopter was that close, and yet it killed 3 medics wearing bright orange vests in the middle of the day.
فشردنا فكان وهو بيجري الاسعاف كان برضه ضرب متواصل وراء الطواقم الطبيه يعني استهداف مباشر للطواقم الطبيه انه الطواقم الطبيه في جميع انحاء العالم هي غير مستهدفه من ناحيه عسكريه تحترم في اي مكان تكون موجوده فيه.
These men, veteran medics, are still in shock.
طير راح هيك وراح هيك وراح هيك كمان صاروخ جانا واحنا كمان جانا كمان صاروخ غاد. وجهه واحد من المسافين لقيناه على الشقه هذيك طاير.
باقي الصاروخ اللي ضربوا فيه شباب الاسعاف هذا نزلوه على شباب الاسعاف اللي جايين ينقذوا الناس الابرياء الناس الغلابه. طلع يعني زمايلنا باي حق يقتلوا هم مبينين انهم ما هم مش مسلحين ولا هم يعني بيشتغلوا لا في مقاومه ولا في اي شغله جايين يسعفوا ناس نروح بدون شبابنا يعني الله يرحمهم.
For 2 days, the crew tried repeatedly to collect their colleagues' remains, but each time they came under fire from Israeli forces. It's not just ambulance crews that have been targeted by the Israeli military. During the assault on Gaza, Israeli forces bombed over half of Gaza's hospitals, 15 in all, and damaged a further 44 clinics, destroying 2 of them completely. The Israeli military had been given all the coordinates of these hospitals and clinics by the UN, yet somehow they managed to hit 59 medical facilities. Did one of the world's most sophisticated armies get it wrong 59 times? Or did they not care who they hit in their search for Palestinian rocket launchers and fighters? Again, the laws of war state that the response must be proportionate to the threat. Dr. Mahmoud works in Al-Quds hospital. He was there when it was shelled with white phosphorus, a toxic chemical that burns through anything it touches. On an average day, there are 30 children in this nursery.
I was in a theater. I am a plastic surgeon in the plastic surgery unit. One shot, fire, 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 fire. When we finished the operation, we go out to the road and we look we see the fire here. Broken down from all the building here. F-60, Apache, all around us.
The 300 people in the hospital, including the critically ill, were forced to flee on foot while still coming under attack.
We walk because we don't know what happened after. Maybe we think maybe all of the building was afire, and we thought we walked all the street.
The Israeli army says it has now launched an extensive investigation into its conduct during the offensive and is looking into allegations that hospitals were targeted. In the past, Israel has accused Palestinian fighters of hijacking ambulances and taking refuge in hospitals. But international law is clear. Hospitals and medical staff may not be targeted unless they themselves are directly involved in the fighting. On January 4th, the same day as the helicopter attack in the Olive Grove, a second ambulance crew was hit. This time they were shelled by a tank.
هذا القذيفة المسمارية اللي قتلت عرف عبد الدايم الله يرحمه استشهد منه.
Khaled and his two colleagues, Arafat and Alaa, were responding to 5 civilians critically injured by an Israeli tank shell.
الحين أنا شايفهم جايبين مصاب رجليه التنتين مضروبات متهتكات نهائي هم حاملينه ووصلوا تقريبا وصلوا الإسعاف أنا القذيفة بتنخبط في الإسعاف أنا برجع بقيت حاط إيدي على الباب بدي أنزل أحمل معهم شفت حالي برا الإسعاف أنا فأنا بطلع في حالي هيك بتفقد في حالي لقيت حالي كويس حطيت على راسي لقيت فيه دم قلت أنا مدام بجري وبمشي بهمش يعني دم.
The ambulance had been hit by a tank shell packed with 8,000 tiny nails called flechettes. Arafat's body was filled with these nails.
جراي لقيت عرفة قاعد هيك وقول أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمد رسول الله رافع يديه لقوا الكبد تبعه مليان مسامير زي هدول الشاب اللي كانوا جايبينه لقيته متقطع بدون راس كان رجليه تنتين وراسه راح فأنا صرت يعني ارتبكت ما عرفتش ايش اسوي صرت أجري من هان لهان لهان.
He raised the alarm, but the first ambulance workers on the scene turned back, fearing they too would be targeted.
طبعا أنا بنساهمش لحتى اللحظة عمري ما بنساهم ولا عمري حنساهم يعني ال 24 ساعة دائما في بالي ال 24 ساعة.
With a total of 38 medics killed or injured and 59 hospitals or medical clinics hit, some completely destroyed, we asked the Israeli army why this was necessary. They declined our request for an on-camera interview, but provided us with this written statement.
The IDF does not target medics or other medical staff. As a part of their training, IDF soldiers receive instructions on identifying and avoiding injury to medical staff on the battlefield. However, in light of the difficult reality of warfare in the Gaza Strip, carried out in urban and densely populated areas, medics who operate in the area take the risk upon themselves.